Good evening, football fans. Welcome to another Friday night of high school football. This is Larry Cecil along with Greg Napier sitting in with me tonight and Wayne Fugit on camera. And we're at Shelby Valley where the Wildcats are hosting the Boyd County Lions. And Greg, last week of the regular season, the playoffs get started next week. And so give us a little idea of what Shelby Valley will be doing. I think they finished number one in the district this year with an 8-1 record. And tell us who they'll be playing next week here.
Well, next week they'll be on the field with Middlesboro. Yes, Middleboro's the 4 seed. We're the 1 seed. We undefeated in the district play. Middlesboro comes out of a pretty tough district there with Danville and Somerset and Lexington Christian. So they'll be a good football team, and look to fill this place up and get excited again about football.
And so this year I think it's the even number year, and where you're the number 1 seed, you'll be at home throughout the playoffs as long as you're in it until you go to, I guess you go to Lexington now and play the championship. If you're fortunate enough to make it to the championship game, you'll be at home throughout, right?
Yep, that's the way it plays out in 2014. That's what happened with us, and the same deal this year. Even number of years, as long as we're winning, we're playing here.
Right. Teams meeting at center field right now for the coin toss as we'll see how that comes out. Looks like White Hat Jonathan Boger, I think, is out there tonight.
Yeah, and that's Jonathan.
There's the toss. Shelby Valley wins the toss, and they're going to defer to the second half. So Shelby Valley won the toss, deferred to the second half. So we'll take a break and be back for the kickoff this year in the Mountain Sports Network.
Hot new titles available on demand.
Han Solo.
If you come with us, you're in this life for good.
Well, what do you know?
A cruise? Oh no, Blobby's gonna puke.
Watch this.
Oh, also we have to save the world. That's major.
Order on demand.
It's officially fall, and with falling temperatures, Appalachian Wireless is bringing big savings to all customers who get new phones. All month long, get free activation on any new or renewal of postpaid service with Appalachian Wireless. That's up to a $30 savings on every line. So, if you've been waiting to switch to the region's best network, now is the time. Just another reason we say better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless, an East Kentucky network company. Certain restrictions may apply. See store for complete details.
High-speed internet from Gearheart Broadband is fast. Amped up fast. Experience crazy fast internet from Gearheart with reliable downloads up to 500 meg. Now you can surf, stream, game, chill with speed to spare. And Ultra X Meshify Wi-Fi keeps it fast. Here, there, everywhere in your home. Accelerate your internet. Call or click imctv.com and upgrade to one of our crazy fast speeds today.
And welcome back to Shelby Valley. About ready to get this one kicked off as the Wildcats are hosting Boyd County. Boyd County comes in tonight with a 2-7 record. Shelby Valley 8-1 and 3-0 in the district. And go ahead.
Yeah, Boyd's got some very impressive looking young men, Larry. I got to see them last Wednesday practicing. My little girl goes down to Ashland for pitching practice, and I stopped by and watched them practice. They got some big old hoss cats, and they can control the football.
Well, that's what they do mostly. They've got 1,800 and run it for 1,261 yards this year, but they've given up 1,800, and that's the forte of the Wildcats as here's the kick, and it's bouncing free. Shelby Valley's got a chance at it, and I think they've cut up with it.
A lot of blue jerseys there, I do believe.
Yes, they have. I think that was number 18 come up with that one.
That's Mr. Riddle coming through for us there, Wildcats. Lance Riddle with the recovery on the kick. Looked like Boyd's big tight end had a shot at it, number 84 there, but he went for it and it bounded over his head.
Bounced over his head. That old oblong football don't take a true bounce. You don't know where it's going, do you?
It ain't like a round one, that's for sure.
Yes, for sure. So Shelby Valley will come out with Stanley under center, and we've got an official timeout here for some reason. I guess they're looking at look like equipment or something, and going to send number 42 to the sideline for some reason.
Looks like his jersey's torn in the back, or maybe he's got a hoodie on and it's just hanging out, but they're not going to let him play with that. And that's also that's their big, strong running back as well, so they'll have to get that problem fixed. He plays middle backer for him. And looking at how they opened up, they're going to have 8 in the box on us to open up the game.
Well, Shelby Valley's known for the run with Seth Johnson, one of the top runners in the region. And they're going to throw it to start with. Here's the pass complete out to the left side.
It's Dalton Mead with the reception. Looks like he picks up about 7.
And Mead is their number 1 receiver coming into the night. It's going to be down to the 22-yard line, bring up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, Sam Stanley made a nice pass out in the flats there, and Dalton did a nice job catching it and turning it upfield for positive yardage.
Caught the lines a little bit off balance on the defense. They was looking for Seth to have that one, I think. And they're back up the line of scrimmage under center. Stanley takes it and hand off to Johnson, and he's going to come up about a yard short.
Yeah, he's met in there by a host of lines. That's number 42 on the tackle, Thomas Salyer. I'm sorry. He's a senior backer and running back for the Boyd County Lions.
I always like his rosters when they're not in numerical order so you can look for them, right?
Yeah, especially when you're somewhat visually impaired and don't have your glasses.
That always helps too, doesn't it?
Sure is difficult.
3rd and 1, Shelby Valley back to the line. And here's a handoff up the middle, big hole. And going into the end zone, Dalton Mead for the touchdown, 20-yard run. And with 10:38 left first quarter, Shelby Valley breaks out on top, 6-0.
That was a little wrinkle in our offense there, unbalanced set, offset the back. Came back with the counter action to the weak side, and Dalton did a nice job hitting the hole and turning it upfield.
And the fireworks are going off.
A little delayed with all the moisture in there, I'm thinking.
It is.
It's Luke Newsom kicking.
Luke, a senior. And the kick is up and might have been partially blocked. It's no good, so we'll take a break and be back for the kickoff. 10:38 left first quarter, 6-0 Shelby Valley. This is Intermountain Sports Network.
When you sign up for Watch TV Everywhere from Intermountain Cable, your favorite shows can go wherever you go. Watch TV here, watch TV there, watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows, clips, or live TV from networks in your Intermountain Cable TV package on any internet-connected device. It's TV for today. Just visit imctv.com to sign up and enjoy this awesome extra service at no extra charge.
John Earl Hunt has over 30 years' experience representing disabled people.
I'm John Earl Hunt, and I've dedicated my legal career to helping people who are unable to help themselves. If you're unable to work because of job shutdown or because of physical or mental problems, please call me or come in and see me so that we can discuss your just legal options. I'll treat you right. I'll do the best I can to help you.
Let's get a head start in spreading some cheer because the holiday season is almost here. Lucky for early folks like you, we get excited for Christmas too. We have great gifts, ideas, and decor. There's so many offers, deals, and more. So visit us often for something great for those of you who just can't wait. Join us for Jolly, Merry, and Glee. Shop together for Christmas with QVC.
And welcome back to Shelby Valley. Shelby Valley ready to kick off as they score with Dalton Mead taking it in from 20 yards out, and here's the kick. Kicked off to start the game. Boyd County couldn't handle it, and again got the sweep kick. This time it's covered up.
Yeah, that's Salyer on the recovery there, number 42.
And looks like they'll have it starting out their first offensive possession on the 26-yard line.
Yeah, when I watched them last week, now they came out in a two-tight set and looked to go toe-to-toe and just try to run over you and keep that ball controlled and keep our offense off the field is their goal, I do believe.
And that's what they come out, two tights. Two back, or one back in the backfield, shotgun formation. Waiting for the snap to get it. Hands it off Sayer up the middle. Nice hole. And finally taken down just across the 30. Out. They're going to give him out to the 32, so he's going to pick up 5 yards.
Yeah, it's a good, strong run right there. Nice hole opened up. Peyton Blackburn, 6'3", 299.9 pound junior.
That's how the scale went, so it just had to be 299.
He gets a little offended if you say 3. Now, he did a nice job there recovering, making a tackle for after a 5-yard gain.
Ain't nothing wrong with a good country boy eating good.
And he does.
And the lines are back up the line of scrimmage. They shift, bring 2 slots to the right side, and
timeout Boyd County.
It'll be a timeout Boyd County. So we'll take one ourselves. Be right back. 6-0 Shelby Valley. This is Intermountain Sports Network.
High-speed internet from Gearheart Broadband is fast. Amped up fast. Experience crazy fast internet from Gearheart with reliable downloads up to 500 meg. Now you can surf, stream, game, chill with speed to spare. And Ultra X Meshify Wi-Fi keeps it fast. Here, there, everywhere in your home. Accelerate your internet. Call or click imctv.com and upgrade to one of our crazy fast speeds today.
Hall Funeral Home has provided caring services since 1947, helping families honor the ones they love. With convenient parking and access, our facilities provide an affordable, comfortable place for friends and families, whether you need spacious accommodations or a more intimate setting. Hall Funeral Home's pre-planning services can shield loved ones from making decisions at a stressful time. For pre-planning or at your time of need, trust the caring professionals at Hall Funeral Home in Martin.
Hey there, Gearheart Broadband customer. Want fast internet and Wi-Fi to power all those streaming devices everywhere in your home? You got it. HDTV that fits your family? You got it. Reliable home phone with the security of 911 emergency location? You got it. That's right. With internet, TV, and phone from Gearheart Broadband, you've got it all from one local company that cares. Call or click imctv.com to build your perfect bundle.
And we're back at Shelby Valley. It is 2nd and 5 for Boyd County.
Shifting strength. Got an unbalanced look.
And here's a handoff.
Little counter action.
And he's going to have the first down. That's number 32. See if we can find Jacob Kelly.
Jacob Kelly, that's correct. There's one thing about the visiting team coming out of Ashland, out of Boyd County. If we mess up their name, nobody will probably notice.
That's right.
That was a nice action, though. They went back weak side with the counter. Used 42, the Salyers kid, their better running back, as a decoy. Picked up positive 7 yards.
They'll have it 1st and 10 from the 41. And again, they come shift to the left side, power. And they're going to give it off this time. Coming to the left, and nice stick that time by the Valley linebacker as number 42, Salyer, had it, but he only picked up about 3 yards.
He's met by a host of Wildcats. You had Noah Mullins and, let's see, who was it? Dalton Mead in there.
Now, them Wildcats, they run in a pack.
They run in a pack. That's right. We have to. After you get through our front line, we're a little tiny after that. We're just tiny and quick and mean.
And they're going to mark it back to the 43, give him a pickup of 2. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8. And again, they come shift pair to the left side. And again, same play as Salyer comes off this time again. And he's going to get out just over the 45 to the 46. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 5.
Yeah, nice job again by Peyton Blackburn, but even a better job again by Dalton Mead, just filling his gap and sticking his nose in there. He's a tough little player right there. He's a junior. Goes about $175, and he don't care to hit you. If you ask me, he's one of the better football players in this area, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Pound for pound, you're right. So the Lions come back to the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 5. On their own 41, go into the same formation again, shift to the left. Waiting for the snap to have it, and again, same play, and they're going to come up about a yard short of the first down as Sayre gets out. Oh, no, that was 36 again that time.
Yeah, they mixed it up a little bit to give 42 a break.
And let's see who 36 is. We can find him. That's Stevens, Carter Stevens, a sophomore running back. So it's going to bring up 4th and 1, and looks like they're going to go for it. It's right at the 50-yard line.
This is what we thought they'd try to do. They've got good size up front and got some good skill people, and they're just going to try to control that ball.
And this time they keep the power to the right side, and again they hand it off to Stevens, and looks like he's going to have the first down as he gets across the 50 down to the 47-yard line, 1st and 10, Boyd County.
Nice. Just a good scheme. Boyd County's got a good scheme going right now. They're keeping the ball control, and their running backs are doing a nice job picking up tough yards.
Doing the old Woody Hayes formula right now, 3 yards and a
cloud of dust.
Well, it's a cloud of
in this case
pellets now.
Yeah, rubber pellets.
Yeah, a cloud of rubber pellets. That's right. Back to the line of scrimmage. Here looking to throw, and he's got a lot of pressure. Breaks it. He's going to pick up some positive yardage. Hit at the 45 and driven out of bounds.
Dalton Meade made the first contact there, stepping up. Had Noah Mullins in there as well, along with Lance Riddle. So 3 Wildcats getting to the quarterback.
Wildcats had a lot of pressure on him. Could have had him for a sack and about a 5 or 6 yard loss, but Lunsford was able to break through, and
he saved a big loss there. He was getting ready to lose about 12 yards and ended up picking up 2. So that's a positive play for Boyd County.
Exactly. Especially if you're a running team, you want to keep it on the ground. You don't want to get behind the sticks. So they'll have it 2nd and 8. Ball rested at the Shelby Valley 45-yard line. Lunsford is looking for it, and flag comes flying in before the play.
Offsides call, it looks like. Offsides on Boyd.
False start. Boyd County, so that'll back them up 5. And then make it 2nd and 13.
It's getting behind the sticks, like you were saying. It's not a good thing when you're a running team.
Nope. We'll get to watch a team in blue tomorrow night like to run it a lot, too.
Yeah, we hope they get to run it a lot.
Yeah, we hope that we do get to run it a lot. You're right.
And we're running the football on Saturday nights. We're winning some ball games. If we're having to depend on the pass, it's not a good night.
It's not been so far. He's right. And here's Lunsford. He fakes it and is going to keep it himself. Gets to the sideline and take it out of bounds. And late hit out of bounds. Going to add 15 to the end of the run. Look like they're going to mark him out at the 43. But that'll be a late hit.
And Noah Mullins and Mikey Mullins got a little excited. He had a missed tackle by Meade, which was uncharacteristic. That personal foul is going to give them the yardage they needed for a first down. Plus automatic first down.
Yes. And that's going to mark it down to about, should be around the 28-yard line. Depends on how big a stride that umpire's got.
I was at Leslie a couple weeks ago. We saw some 12-yard penalties, some 7-yard penalties. They got a bigger stride over there, I guess.
Yeah, that was against you guys. 3-yard penalty when it's against them,
there
right?
There you go. That was about how it worked. There weren't a whole lot of penalties there.
So Boyd County 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line of Shelby Valley. And here's a handoff and nothing doing.
Dalton Meade made a nice read, got his nose in the gap, made a nice tackle.
That was Stevens with carrying the ball, and he's going to lose it back to the 30, loss of 2. Second consecutive series now that they'll have to be behind the stakes. They got the penalty on the series prior to this and had a 2nd and 13.
This is a big play defensively for the Wildcats. Keeping them in 3rd and long would be a big win for us. Force them to throw the ball, something they're not comfortable doing.
Lunsford's got him at the line of scrimmage. He's in the pistol formation. He's looking back, rolling to his right, looking to throw. He's got a man open and no good as he tries to get it out to Stevens, incomplete.
That was Noah Mullins getting in his face and putting some pressure on him.
Clock stops with 4:57 left here in this first quarter, 6-0 Shelby Valley. And Shelby Valley has only run
3 plays.
3 plays, two plays. Had the pass and then the run for the touchdown, wasn't
Well, you had Johnson and got stopped on a short game about 3, and then
Yeah,
Lee
that's
took
right.
it in on the
On
long
the
run.
second, yeah.
And Boyd County's got a big tight end. I'm trying to find him. He's number 84, but I can't find a name for him in the book. He's
And
about
here's
6'6". And there he is wide open for 6.
Yes.
That's wide open.
And it almost falls down, trips over the turf monster, but he goes in wide open, as Greg said, and we're tied at 6.
That was a nice scheme on the route. I'm trying to find him. He's not in the book. So the ghost player, well, he's a Boyd County ghost. I don't see a number 84 on the roster. They've got a number 85. It could be Nicholas Mills. Let's just give him credit for a heck of a catch, whether he made it or not.
Don't have a tight end. Yeah, they got a tight end listed there. Wheatley, number 8. I don't know if that's him or not. Riley Wheatley, that's the only tight end they've got listed on the roster that we've got.
You got Clayton Crum kicking the extra point here. It's up and good.
And Boyd County takes a 7-6 lead with 4:49 left first quarter. We'll send you back to the station. Be back for the kickoff. It's your Intermountain Sports Network.
Hot new titles available on demand.
On Solo.
If you come with us, you're in this life for good.
Well, what do you know?
A cruise? Oh no, Blobby's gonna puke.
Watch this.
Oh, also, we have to save the world. That's major.
Order on demand.
It's officially fall, and with falling temperatures, Appalachian Wireless is bringing big savings to all customers who get new phones. All month long, get free activation on any new or renewal of postpaid service with Appalachian Wireless. That's up to a $30 savings on every line. So, if you've been waiting to switch to the region's best network, now is the time. Just another reason we say better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless, an East Kentucky network company. Certain restrictions may apply. See store for complete details.
High-speed internet from Gearheart Broadband is fast. Amped up fast. Experience crazy fast internet from Gearheart with reliable downloads up to 500 meg. Now you can surf, stream, game, chill with speed to spare. And Ultra X Meshify Wi-Fi keeps it fast. Here, there, everywhere in your home. Accelerate your internet. Call or click imctv.com and upgrade to one of our crazy fast speeds today.
Shelby Valley waiting for the kickoff from Boyd County as they take the lead on 7-6 on a 25-yard pass to Bryce Biggs, extra point good, and they kick off and it goes out of bounds. So Shelby Valley will take it at the 35.
Yeah, we're going to get good field position out of that.
Wildcats will have a chance to get their offense cranked up now. That was a long, sustained drive. Kept the ball almost 6 minutes, Boyd County did on that drive, putting it into the end zone.
Which is their goal.
That's right. As long as they can keep it on the field, keeps the Wildcats' offense off the field.
Illegal procedure on the line.
On the kickoff, they're going to mark the ball at the 35.
Ball's going to be spotted on the 35-yard line.
And now they're about to get it spotted to get started. The Wildcats break the huddle. Stanley under center. Johnson in the backfield. Here's a pitch to Johnson going down the left side. He's got some room, got one man to beat. He breaks it in the open field, and they're not going to catch him.
No,
Seth
sir.
Johnson, 65-yard touchdown, and just like that, Shelby Valley retakes the lead, 12-7.
Yeah, it's a nice play right there. You got a good block on the outside by Mr. Morgan.
At this time, we have a very special presentation.
That will be a record.
Number 5, Seth Johnson, has broken the school rushing record.
And Seth Johnson, with that run, broke the school rushing record. don't know exactly what the total is. They haven't given it yet. You got any idea, Greg?
I know that he passes up Mr. Joe Hughes at 1,472 yards. He passes up Mr. Dusty Hall at, I believe it was 1,600 yards, so it's better than 1,600 yards in a season. I don't know if we're talking career or seasonal. Extra points blocked?
Extra point blocked, so 2 unsuccessful extra points for the Wildcats. So with 4:36 left first quarter, we'll send it back. Station will be back for the kickoff. 12-7 Shelby Valley over Boyd County. This is your Intermountain Sports Network.
When you sign up for Watch TV Everywhere from Intermountain Cable, your favorite shows can go wherever you go. Watch TV here, watch TV there, watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows, clips, or live TV from networks in your Intermountain Cable TV package on any internet-connected device. It's TV for today. Just visit imctv.com to sign up and enjoy this awesome extra service at no extra charge.
John Earl Hunt has over 30 years' experience representing disabled people.
I'm John Earl Hunt, and I've dedicated my legal career to helping people who are unable to help themselves. If you're unable to work because of job shutdown or because of physical or mental problems, please call me or come in and see me so that we can discuss your just legal options. I'll treat you right. I'll do the best I can to help you.
Let's get a head start in spreading some cheer because the holiday season is almost here. Lucky for early folks like you, we get excited for Christmas too. We have great gifts, ideas, and decor. There's so many offers, deals, and more. So visit us often for something great for those of you who just can't wait. Join us for Jolly, Merry, and Glee. Shop together for Christmas with QVC.
Welcome back to Shelby Valley, ready for the kickoff after Seth Johnson, one play, 65 yards for the touchdown, and with that run breaks the all-time school rushing record. Trying to get an exact figure on it, it's somewhere around 5,500 yards, and here's a loose ball. Shelby Valley's got it again. Boyd County really having some problems on the kickoff. Greg, that was the big tight end Bryce Biggs again. Tried to catch it, couldn't handle it, and didn't seem to be interested in going for it after it hit the ground.
No, he didn't want to stick his nose in there, that's for sure. Yeah, you're talking about the career rushing record. We'll speak of that in a minute. I got some stats on it there.
So Shelby Valley will have it 1st and 10 from the Boyd County 40-yard line. Had a one-play drive the previous drive, and here's a pass, and great catch that time of Dalton Meade. Nearly intercepted, and Meade bobbled it and was able to pull it in, and he's tackled. Looked like we'll mark him at the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 Shelby Valley.
A nice 17-yard pickup right there. Dalton, again, just a very good athlete, went up, made an athletic play on that ball.
Well, the pass was just as good as the catch because that was a little rainbow and just dropped it in right between the two defenders.
Yep, he did a nice job, nice touch on that ball. Oh, Sam Stanley.
So Stanley will be back under center. And here's a handoff. Meade, or is that Meade?
That is Morgan. No, that's Meade.
Yeah,
You're right.
Meade coming around, and he takes it in for the touchdown. Dalton Meade.
Might as well let him carry it in for, a 16-yard TD?
Well, he had all the yards on that one. Had a pass and then a run. So Shelby Valley extends their lead now to 18-7. We're still in the first quarter, folks. 3:52 left.
For a two-point conversion.
And this time they're going to go for the two-point conversion instead of the kick. They've had both of their extra points blocked.
And the rain is starting to fall.
Well, that's just a mist. That's not really a rain.
Those umbrellas tell me it might be a little bit more than a mist.
It is. And here is.
That's Morgan on the carry, trying to get outside on the jet sweep.
Morgan, he's not going to make it. So unsuccessful again, Shelby Valley on the two-point try. 3:52 left first quarter, 18-7. Wildcats over the Lions of Boyd County. We'll be right back for the kickoff this year in the Mountain Sports Network.
High-speed internet from Gearheart Broadband is fast. Amped up fast. Experience crazy fast internet from Gearheart with reliable downloads up to 500 meg. Now you can surf, stream, game, chill with speed to spare. And Ultra X Meshify Wi-Fi keeps it fast. Here, there, everywhere in your home. Accelerate your internet. Call or click imctv.com and upgrade to one of our crazy fast speeds today.
Hall Funeral Home has provided caring services since 1947, helping families honor the ones they love. With convenient parking and access, our facilities provide an affordable, comfortable place for friends and families, whether you need spacious accommodations or a more intimate setting. Hall Funeral Home's pre-planning services can shield loved ones from making decisions at a stressful time. For pre-planning or at your time of need, trust the caring professionals at Hall Funeral Home in Martin.
Hey there, Gearheart Broadband customer. Want fast internet and Wi-Fi to power all those streaming devices everywhere in your home? You got it. HDTV that fits your family? You got it. Reliable home phone with the security of 911 emergency location? You got it. That's right. With internet, TV, and phone from Gearheart Broadband, you've got it all from one local company that cares. Call or click imctv.com to build your perfect bundle.
Newsom, and another little pooch kick, and this time the tight end, he's been the target all 4 kickoffs, Greg, and this Lunsford in the shotgun, looking to throw.
There's that tight end
and trying to get it to the tight end, and are they going to call catch? Nope, said it hits the ground.
Made a nice job getting his, that's just a nice job. At times the safety, Mikey Mullins, did a little better job of finding his receiver. He's getting his eyes into the backfield a little bit much and getting a little bit confused on that play action. He had to use his speed there to catch back up to that big tight end.
And if that would have been an accurate throw, it would have been another completion to the tight end.
Yeah, for a first down, been a nice little pitch and catch there.
So it's going to be 2nd and 10 now from the 40-yard line. Boyd County breaks the huddle to the line of scrimmage. Lunsford in the pistol, got running back to the right and fires a fastball, trying to get it to number 8, and that would be Riley Wheatley listed as a tight end, so no good.
Yeah, that
he
time,
probably heard that and whistled by his ear.
It was a little close quarters to be firing and rifling it at him like that, and I believe he hit his hand on somebody's helmet because he was shaking his hand there. That was Lunsford.
That looked like a fastball from the Little League mound. So it's going to be 3rd and 10.
It was a ball.
It was.
Looked like high. Ball high.
Ball high, yeah.
Pete Runyon would have called it a strike, though, and he's out there.
Yeah. And here's Lunsford going to have pressure. He's been chased, and he throws it, more or less just throws it away, but Salyer was in the area, so it's not intentional grounding. It's going to bring up 4th and 10 and probably bring up the first punt for Boyd County.
Yeah, they're still keeping their offense on the field, even on a 4th and forever. I believe the punt team's coming in. Boyd County, I think, might have panicked just a little bit and got away from their game plan. They, had a very good drive there in the initial series, and then
went 3 passes that time.
Went 3 straight pass plays and going to put the ball right back into a high-powered offense's hands.
That's not took them very long to score.
Not at all. And I'll say this: I've watched some film on him. They got a very good punter. Of course, I say that, and he's going to shank one about the 3rd row of the stands when I do that.
Right. Well, he's going to have another 5 yards to punt it down the field as they threw the flag to delay a game, so it's going to back them up to the 35 now.
No, he's got, if he can get it to turn over, he's good for about 45 yards off film.
I was trying to get a number on him, but the way he's standing, I can't get the number. I see an 8 on this side.
I want to say it's 88, but I can't remember. Yeah,
I think that's who it is. Yeah, Clayton Crum.
Didn't get the spin, but he's going to get the bounce.
And Shelby Valley had nobody back, so it's going to roll dead at the 26-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Shelby Valley.
That kick
and that's
35.
their worst field position.
Yeah, that
might
is.
be the first time they've took it over in their end of the field.
I believe you're right.
Yep.
The 35-yard punt on that play.
Well, see, no, they had it on the 35 on the kickoff when they kicked it out of bounds.
Oh, that's true. Forgot about that.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the 65-yard TE run. That's why it was easy for us to forget.
Yeah, that's it.
One play.
One play, 65 yards, yeah.
Sweep left. Let's see if we come back with a sweep left.
So Stanley goes under center. Johnson in the backfield.
Shelby
Got
Valley.
slots each way. No pitching out to Johnson. Same play again. See what it's got with it. Nice block on the end. He's got the corner. Cuts it back to this side of the field.
He's got some room.
He's got one man to beat. Could be a block in the back. No
flag on that.
And they're going to catch up. Well,
he's patient.
Hurt him back.
He's
and finally take him down, and could have been another late hit. But Johnson is down to the 26-yard line of Boyd County.
Yeah, it's a 45-yard run, but we do have a hanky back there right at the line of scrimmage on the Boyd County side.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that one.
I didn't either.
So that's going to probably come back and back them up 10.
It looks that way. Everybody's heading back that way.
Most likely it's going to be a hold, and that was on the wide receiver out blocking for Seth Johnson. Not have no indication yet, but that's most likely what it's going to be. Going to mark it from the 27, so it'll put back to the 17, and it'll be first and 19.
That was a little reminiscent of Dusty Hall run. Sweep left, plant, drive back to the other side of the field. He'd run 150 yards to get that 40-yard gain.
40 yards, yeah. So the Wildcats will start it again. First and 19.
Got Sean Miller split right.
Stanley under center. Morgan goes in motion. They're going to come across, and pass is thrown behind. That's Sean Miller.
Yeah, that when they split him out that wide, I thought they'd come back in with a slant, which is what they did. The ball was just a little bit behind him, couldn't adjust to make that catch.
And that's going to bring up second and 18. Clock rests with 2:52 left first quarter. Wildcats got the 18-7 lead. They've scored every time they've had the football so far.
Been a lot of offense in this one quarter, that's for sure.
They have been, both ways.
I'm looking for a sweep right.
Double slot, single back in the backfield. And coming counter, and nothing doing.
We're going to have a penalty. I believe we had his headgear's one place and his body's the other. So
right.
There might be a face mask on that if I were a betting
And he
man.
come out there rubbing his neck.
That's a pretty good sign that something happened that shouldn't. That's going to be unfortunate for Boyd County if it is, and it is.
On the Lions. That'll be a 15-yard penalty. Result of the play is another first down, Wildcats.
Hey, a wet, rainy, cold night, and I'd like to applaud my fans for coming out tonight.
Got a nice crowd out tonight.
Nice group of people out here, and to the Boyd County contingency driving down from Ashland.
And that is not a first down. That's not an automatic first down on that one. So, well, now, no.
There's some controversy.
They've got first down on the box, but they didn't move the chain, so it should be third.
I think that doesn't matter now.
And here's Johnson coming around the right side, and he just lowers his head and powers up over the 40 to the 41 at a first down.
He's going to pick up about 12 on that run.
So had penalties, 15-yarders both ways, and Shelby Valley was able to overcome them. And now they have it first and 10 from their own 41-yard line. 2:20 left here in this first quarter. Wildcats break huddle, come to the line of scrimmage. Got a slot to the right. Single outs left and right. Slot goes in motion, and they're going to give it out for Dalton Meade. And Dalton's going to have about 9, maybe, well, we're going to mark him, give him about 8 on that one. Get him up to the 49-yard line, be second and 2.
Nice run by Meade there. Had a very small hole to get through. And
don't take a big hole for him, does
he's got good feet, and his field vision is improving with every game.
Just a junior. Most likely will be the feature back next year.
He'll be a workhorse, I'll say that.
And here is
As Sam gets away from what was potentially a big loss.
And then he's dropped. He gets back to the 45 and dropped. Well, they're going to mark the 44. Looking to pass it that time, and the Lions had the blitz on.
Yeah, it was a well called blitz. Timed that up perfect on the play action. As soon as he came out of the fake, there was a man in his face.
3rd and 7 now.
Did a good job just holding on to the football there.
He did. Stanley back to the line of scrimmage, got the double slots, single wideouts left and right. And here coming the motion, going to hand it straight up the middle, Dalton Mead, and he's going to come up a little short on the first down, out to about the 48-yard line. So be interesting to see what Shelby Valley will do. I think that they'll go for this one.
They might run out and try to run a freeze play before the half or before the quarter.
Right.
Seems like it should be a half.
It does, doesn't it?
The ball's been marked.
They'll have to get the play off because
play clock's going to run
down. Play clock's down under 10 seconds. And here's Stanley. He takes it, gives it off, and this is Johnson, and he just runs over top of 2 defenders, and he's going to be a yard past the line, the yard to gain, first down. 7 seconds, all that's left. They'll crank the clock quick as they get the chain set, and we'll be to the end of the quarter.
Nice, tough run there.
And that's going to be it for the end of the first quarter. 18-7, Shelby Valley with the lead, and they'll have it 1st and 10 from Boyd County's 48-yard line when we return to Intermountain Sports Network.
Hot new titles available on demand.
On Solo.
If you come with us, you're in this life for good.
Well, what do you know?
A cruise? Oh no, Blobby's gonna puke.
Watch this.
Oh, also, we have to save the world. That's major.
Order on demand.
It's officially fall, and with falling temperatures, Appalachian Wireless is bringing big savings to all customers who get new phones. All month long, get free activation on any new or renewal of postpaid service with Appalachian Wireless. That's up to a $30 savings on every line. So, if you've been waiting to switch to the region's best network, now is the time. Just another reason we say better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless, an East Kentucky network company. Certain restrictions may apply. See store for complete details.
High-speed internet from Gearheart Broadband is fast. Amped up fast. Experience crazy fast internet from Gearheart with reliable downloads up to 500 meg. Now you can surf, stream, game, chill with speed to spare. And Ultra X Meshify Wi-Fi keeps it fast. Here, there, everywhere in your home. Accelerate your internet. Call or click imctv.com and upgrade to one of our crazy fast speeds today.
Welcome back to Shelby Valley, ready for second quarter action. The Wildcats 1st and 10 from Boyd County's 48-yard line. And here's Stanley looking to throw. Now he's scrambling, and flag comes flying in. Stanley still on the move, and gets down inside the 40 to the 39-yard line, but this one might be coming back.
Yeah, we got a hold on the Wildcats. Nice run by Stanley, +9. He had a receiver. If he gets his eyes to the right side of the field, the top of the screen there, he had a receiver about 10 yards behind, but his eyes went left first, and by the time he got back to the right side, he had somebody in his face.
And this will be the second major penalty against the Wildcats, and that's from the spot of the foul, and the flag was 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so it ended up being a 17-yard penalty.
That's a significant penalty there.
So it's going to be 1st and 27.
I call that a country mile.
A country mile. 1st and Pikeville. Stanley under center. Same formation they've run on out. Double slots, single wideouts left and right. Hand off to, that was Johnson, I think, up the middle.
Yeah, for a gain of 2. Yeah, we try not to use that P word around here.
Right. Shelby Gap, Ben.
There we go. We'll take that. Shelby Gap and Jenkins we allow. That P word we don't allow.
Yeah, go south instead of north,
there
right?
There you go.
So it's going to be 2nd and 25. Ball at the 38-yard line of Shelby Valley. They've hurt themselves with penalties so far this drive. They've picked up 32 yards of penalties so far.
Yeah, they got to play penalty free. There's a nice hole
and
opened up, and
Johnson.
there you go.
Penalties might not matter. It's a race, and he's run down, tackled at the 20-yard line.
It's about a 45-yard run.
Seth Johnson, he breaks the middle, and the penalty doesn't matter. That tells you how dominant that offensive line is right now when you get 32 yards of penalties and you're still moving it inside the red zone of your opponent.
That gives him over 100 yards rushing already for the game. Having a good night.
That's about his usual night, isn't it?
He's good
about
for about
150.
$125, yeah.
Yeah. And here's Stanley looking throw, and it's going to be complete. And still battling. That's number 21, Miller.
Sean Miller on the reception.
And he's going to be down to the 8-yard line, 1st and goal for Shelby Valley.
It's a nice completion there, and Sean did a nice job run after contact.
Looked for the contact. So the Wildcats threatening to extend their lead as they lead now 18-7. Clock ticks down 10 minutes here in the first half. Stanley under center. And he fumbles the snap, but is able to fall on it.
Yeah, did everything right except one thing. Forgot that ball.
Forgot the ball. A lot of adversity on this drive, but they're still moving the football.
Short loss on the play.
Don't want that to happen next week when you start those playoffs.
Get into playoffs, you gotta be just about perfect, especially when you get into teams like Somerset and Danville and Lexington Christian.
Got to be focused.
Got to be focused. And we haven't not seen Mr. Warwick catch a pass tonight or actually touch a football. You talk about an offensive threat, not only on the basketball floor, but put Cameron Works, put the football in his hand, he can do some magic with it as well. He got the slant to him if they want it.
And here's Stanley, and he's going to hand it off up the middle. And
I think that was Mr. Johnson.
Johnson, yes. He's going to pick up maybe 2. It's going to be 3rd and goal. They've got 2 downs to get it in, I'm sure.
Yeah,
not going to be a kick in it.
I believe we'll try to push it across using our running game if nothing else.
Stanley comes sideline, gets the play. Now they break the huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage. Singles left and right, double slot. And going to be half the distance on that one as Boyd County jumps across the line.
That's 5 the easy way.
That's going to move it down to about the 4.5-yard line. So now you've got 2 plays to take it inside your own, the opponent 5-yard line.
That improves the odds, I will say that.
Yes, it does.
Now, Boyd County's played a pretty tough ball game. If they could have fielded a few kickoffs, it'd be a lot closer than what it is right now.
That's been their downfall so far, the kickoffs. And here is Meade, and he's going to be stopped about the 3-yard line. Tried a little counter, and Meade was stopped.
We had a missed block on that play. I'm not real sure which lineman blew that, but if we get a kick out there, he could have walked into the end zone.
So it's 4th and goal from the 3. Let's see what the Wildcats can come up with.
They've shown the dump pass to the tight end in this situation back at the Pike County Bowl and then again at Leslie County. They fake the dive and hit the tight end in the end zone.
Look for Mr. Johnson to come to the wide side of the field. He is in the backfield.
And the ball's on the ground.
Yep. Stanley dropped the snap again, had to fall on it. So Boyd County holds as they'll take over from at their own 3-yard line, looks like.
Got a little freshman playing center for us tonight. I think he's having a hard time with the wet ball.
not getting it back to Stanley. It looks like they're going to mark it on the 4-yard line, so don't look for him to come out and throw it 3 times this time back to.
I wouldn't expect it, but, I didn't expect it the last time either.
Exactly.
See the coaches talking to Gavin Branham down there about what the issue might be. Having some difficulty.
And they're doing the shift again now. Lunsford looking for the snap and gives it off. Is that 42 running the football?
That was Salyers, and he, Braden Keithley. I was going to say Braden Keithley with the tackle, but Salyers with the contact. He looked for somebody.
He was looking for somebody to run over. Right. Going to pick up 6 on that one, get it out to the 10-yard line. And they're back to the line of scrimmage. Pistol formation for Lunsford. And now they shift. Put the power to the left. And they're going to give it off and going to run to the left. And going to be short of the first down by about a yard. And again, that was
Salyers
number 42, Salyer.
And he's a big youngin', so it's taking more than one Wildcat. We're getting a couple first hits, and he's running through that contact. It's taking three and four Wildcats to put him on the ground.
And you get that big battering ram pounding on you all night, it'll wear you down. So it's going to be 3rd and 1, ball at the 15-yard line. Again, Boyd County shifts. Got the power to the left again, and they're going to try a little counter this time, and Shelby Valley's all over it and dropped him for a loss. That was, I think, number 36 on the carry that time, wasn't it?
32, I do believe.
32. Okay.
That was Logan Billiter on the tackle.
32 was Kelly, so that's going to bring up 4th and 3, and they'll be forced to punt.
Yeah, they had a good opportunity there to keep that drive alive and keep our offense off the field. And Shelby Valley's defense stiffened up.
And they're going to give it back to their offense in great field position if nothing happens. Punter standing at the goal line, and he gets it off.
There's a good kick.
High wobbly kick. It's going to be caught, fair caught at the 48-yard line of Boyd County. So Shelby Valley with 5:16 left here in the first half will have it 1st and 10. Plenty of time.
Plenty of time. That was a nice job. Cameron Warwicks in this weather, in this cold, wet conditions, did a nice job. Fair catch there.
And Greg, a lot of times people don't look at it. I know me and Charlie, we keep up with it. Shelby Valley won the toss, the 3rd. Okay, 5:16 left. What the ideal situation for them is to take that time off the clock, score. Then you come back out the second half and you get it, and you can score 2 times before your opponent gets the football.
And it's 32-7. That's
a lot of times puts the game away.
That look real nice. I'll just go ahead and tell you. It's Meade on the carry.
There's Dalton Meade, and he's going to have a nice game, as he's going to get about 7 yards up to the 42-yard line.
That'll be 2nd and 3 for the Wildcats. From the Lions, 41
Bring up 2nd and 3. We're under 5 minutes to go here in this first half. Last week of the regular season, these teams will be in the playoffs next week. Stanley under center. He's going to hand it off. And nice cut. And still breaks a tackle. That is Morgan with it. And he's going to get the first down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line of Boyd County.
He turned nothing into something there. Picked up 7 yards. That's pretty well all Clay Morgan.
He was like you was talking about the guy before. He in the middle and then backed out and then come back around.
I thought he was tackled once. He managed to run out of it, so a good sign of toughness there. He's been with us, good football players for us for the last 4 years.
1st and 10 from the Boyd County 34. And here's Meade going in motion, but handed up the middle to Johnson, and Johnson's going to get down to the 30-yard line, pick up 4.
For about a 4-yard gain.
A lot of motion and a little counter play.
From the Lions' 30-yard line.
Trying to get that defensive move when you put those guys in motion. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 6. 3:45 left here in the first half, 18-7 Shelby Valley. They're trying to add to their lead. Previous drive was stopped on the 4-yard line on a fumbled snap. And here's Johnson in the open. Nobody's going to catch him. He's taking it in from 30 yards out. Seth Johnson puts his team up 24-7.
That was just a nice block that time. We were able to kick out the defensive end. Johnson just takes advantage of it. He runs a sub 4.5 40. I can't remember exactly what it was that they timed him at, but he had great speed at 2 combines he worked at. He's got a few offers on the table. I know Morehead State really likes him. Can't get the local people to look at him as much, so we'd like to see a little more action there, but he's had some interest.
Well, with that kind of speed in the season he's having, he'll get looks maybe later on, and the kick is good. So it's going to be 25-7 with 3:29 left here in the first half. We're going to keep it right here and let everyone know that tonight's game is brought to you by Appalachian Wireless, Intermountain Cable, Microtech Internet and Security, Attorney John Earl Hunt, Overhead Door of Eastern Kentucky, Coalfields Telephone, and Hall Funeral Home. And speaking of Attorney John Earl Hunt, Greg, at the conclusion of tonight's game, we will have the Intermountain Sports Attorney John Earl Hunt Player of the Game, and we've got a couple good, strong candidates for that right now.
Yeah, there's a number of people in the hat for that. It's been impressive thus far, all the way around. Let's see what Boyd can do on this kickoff return.
They've got 3:29 left here in this first half to see what they can do with it. They've had a lot of trouble. Shelby Valley's kicked off to them. This will be the 5th time, and the Cats have came up with 2 of those.
Let's see if they can do it 3rd time the charm.
And here's a little squib kick again, and it's fielded cleanly this time and getting a nice run back over to the 50 and out of bounds at the 49 of Shelby Valley.
It's number 20, Joseph Lusby.
Number 20 on the return for Boyd County.
You mentioned that Johnson Central Belfry game earlier. Johnson Central 20, Belfry 7 in the 2nd quarter.
Don't surprise me.
Jim Matney does a nice job down there at Johnson Central. He's got he's got a ton of support, and been that big a school. You got a lot of kids to pick from. He does a great job getting them ready, and
always a contender for the state championship every year.
He's built a program there.
Yes, he has.
Same with Philip Haywood at Belfry. You're talking about 2 of the premier teams in the mountains.
Well, the all-time winningest coach in Kentucky high school history over there. And here's a completion. Yeah, I didn't know if he caught it or not. He hits the ground. I guess he was mad because he got tripped up. That was number 36, Stevens, with the catch.
Yeah, it was a nice little scheme there. Nice pass out in the flats. Dalton Meade, I thought, was going to step in the middle of it and take it for a pick 6, but was able to recover and make a nice tackle there.
He was about a half a step slow on the intercept, but like you said, he was able to break his speed and get back to the tackle. 2nd and 5, and here's Lunsford looking to throw again, and this time he was trying to get it to Salyer, overthrew him.
Had pressure on the quarterback with number 24, Mr. Jordan Little. Did a nice job putting pressure on Lunsford to force him to throw it a little early, but the great coverage in the secondary by the Wildcats.
And those secondary backs was probably glad that he didn't catch it. He's got him outweighed about 100 pounds.
He's a big boy. He looked to me like he's at least a half head or a head and a half taller than everybody we got out there.
We don't have no stats as far as the height and weight from the Boyd County, but just looking at him, we know he's a big boy.
I stood
the
beside him.
quarterback's a good sized kid.
Yeah, he's about 6'3" himself. Tight end's about 6'5", 6'6". I stood beside him during pregame, and they were impressive to look at.
And here's a handoff to Salyer. And they meet him right at the line of scrimmage, and no gain, maybe a half a yard at the most.
Billiter did a nice job there, sniffing that out, getting in, wrapping him up. And again, Logan's a pretty good sized young'un, but that back kind of makes him look a little small.
And that's going to bring up 4th and 4. Shelby Valley with all 3 timeouts left.
Still time if they can hold him here, punch another one in the end zone.
Exactly. Clock ticking down. There'll be about 2 minutes left in the first half time they get this play off. Lunsford takes it, and it's a handoff, and not going to get there.
That was Billiter again, sticking him.
And that'll stop the clock till they reset the chains. Let's see. That was number two running the ball, Barnett, Nicholas Barnett. So Shelby Valley will have a chance to put more points on the board here in the first half. They'll take over on their own 42-yard line. Two nice defensive stands the last two possessions for the Shelby Valley, Greg.
Yeah, Christian Lowe did a real nice job there from the defensive end position. Outside backer, he forced the play back inside. He got a little contact on him, then Billiter cleaned him up.
So Stanley will be under center. Johnson in the backfield, Meade in motion, and they're looking to throw it. And they've got it, but it's going to be picked. Throw come up short. As who was that? Warwicks he was trying to get
Warwicks.
it to. He wide open, just
underthrew it badly.
Yep, Stanley come up about 5 yards too short on that one, and it was picked off.
Yeah, he gets that ball up in the air. Warwicks he's in the end zone.
Didn't get the number on the pickoff, but it might have been the lunch for the quarterback.
I believe it was.
Yeah,
I believe it was.
So Boyd County will have it again. 1:47 left here in the first half. They'll have it at their own 44-yard line.
Yeah, it was a good idea, just a poor execution. Wildcats pushed that into the end zone. That might have done it in for the evening.
Right. And here's going to be a sweep, and that is Barnett, and he's going to pick up about 4.
Yeah, that tackle was actually made by number 50, Billiter, without him actually hitting the running back. He took on the lead back and blew him up. That was number 42,
Knocked
Salyers.
him back into it.
Knocked him back into him, and knocked him off balance. He did go for a 3-4 yard gain there, but he got it the hard way.
He did. And Boyd County is not using their timeout as they're letting the clock run. It's down to 1:10 left here in the first half.
It's a little counter action back
again. And again, let's see, that's number 32 with the carry that time, Jacob Kelly.
Number 24, Jordan Little.
That was Jordan Little making a nice tackle. Good read there. Kept his eyes where they needed to be and didn't get caught up in all that motion in the backfield.
And Boyd County is going to take a timeout. That's their second timeout. They'll have one left. 25-7, Shelby Valley with the lead, and they'll have the ball to start the second half as they won the toss deferred to the second half. So if they can keep the Lions out of the end zone, they'll have a chance to add to their lead to start the second half. Looks like that little misty rain might have went away, Greg.
Yeah, well, I hope it stays away. Again, I'm excited about the fact that folks came out in this weather tonight.
Exactly.
Getting ready for that playoff weather. I know in 2014 when we made that run, we had a different fan base. We'd never been that far before. So, we're sitting in November and people were showing up in shorts and T-shirts, and then they realized, wait a minute, that's snow.
Yeah, that's the way it was when they was thinking they just starting the football season, wasn't it?
We weren't used to that long run like that. So, hopefully that got us prepared for this little run we're going to make.
Well, I tell you, we've called some. That's me and Charlie and Wayne went down to Somerset when Belfry was down there playing them and had to sit out in the stands and hit 23 degrees and call a game.
That's when Charlie been my best friend. I'd had to hug up to him, I'll just tell you.
He was frozen worse than I was, I think.
He got that big beard, though. You can climb in.
Oh, yeah. Man can hide in there. And here's Lunsford throwing it back. And nice play that time by Shelby Valley. Nothing doing as they was ready for that one. That was a catch by Stevens, and he's going to lose all the way back to the 45-yard line.
He sniffed out the screen. Looks like he got a timeout.
And Shelby Valley now calls the timeout because that's going to bring up 4th down, so it will force Boyd County to kick it with 42 seconds left. And Shelby Valley will have 2 timeouts left, so they're looking to try to put more points on the board themselves.
Yeah, I think they're going to be a little upset with themselves. They let about 7-8 seconds run off that clock that they could have had for their offensive set. They are going to get another shot at it. That's just a matter of how much time will be on there, unless Boyd County can come up with that a play to design for that 9-yard gain on 4th down.
Well, now they've had some drives they've scored tonight. They hadn't took 42 seconds to get there.
Yeah, 4.2 seconds, I believe.
Right.
Yeah, this is a critical time for the Boyd County Lions. They can't afford to let us get the ball back and put it in an end zone.
Well, when the other team turns it over to you, you got to take advantage of that and try to put points on the board. That's an extra possession that you don't normally would have. So both teams back out on the field, about ready to get started, back out of the timeout. And Boyd County will be punting. Shelby Valley's going to come after it, nobody back.
There's nobody there to return it unless we're going to block it. I'm inclined that's going
and that's going to be a squib kick, going to go off the side of his foot, and it's going to roll dead about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, if I'd been Boyd County, I'd just let that clock run. I'm not real sure why we didn't have anybody back on that.
Well, if you use the timeout to try to save time to score, it looked to me like you'd have somebody back to receive the punt.
At least make it.
Of course, they probably wouldn't have caught that one anyway, where it's hit off the side of his foot and where it went. So that's 33 seconds left, 2 timeouts. See what the Wildcats can do with it.
That's plenty of time. We know that, and still, I believe we got with the 2 timeouts and ability to throw the football. We got a threat here either way, run or pass.
They'll have it at their own 29-yard line.
Looking for Warwicks here on a fly pattern.
And here they're going to pitch it out to Johnson. He fumbles it, picks it up off the ground, and gets over the 30 to the 31-yard line, maybe 32.
Short gain. Fortunate to get the ball back on that bounce. I believe
they had some problems handling the ball. That's the 3rd time they put it on the ground tonight. They've been able to recover 2 of them. One of them they wasn't able to come up with.
I know my old coach, Ron Curry, coaches Ron Curry and John Vincent would have said that's a lack of focus.
Lack of focus, that's right. Johnson was already looking up to see if he's going to come around the corner, and sometimes you don't watch that ball in.
And you spoke too soon, too, and you've introduced the rain back to us. I believe I'm going to blame all that on you, Larry.
Oh. Well, I'll take it back, rigging it quick.
We'll have to check it and see.
That's one thing about these turf fields that we have now. The rain used to. You get out here and on these old muddy fields, and this time of year, and about by the end of the first half, couldn't see half the numbers. You're just having to guess who had the ball and stuff.
Which ours is in a state of, we need a little repair work done on ours. It's 12 years old, I believe.
Been here a while.
It's past its life expectancy. I see our dance cats getting ready down there. They've got a Halloween surprise at halftime for Shelby Valley fans to watch.
And now we're back to the line of scrimmage. 18 seconds, all that's left. Stanley under center, and he's going to hand it off. And a big hole up the middle, and he's going to cut it to the outside.
And he gets out
of bounds over the 50 down to the 47-yard line. That's Morgan with the carry.
That's a nice job by Clay Morgan, and good job using his head there and getting out of bounds, saving that last time out.
You're right. He's seen that he wasn't going to be able to get down the field. As you said, Greg, the defender coming up on him, just step out of bounds and stop the clock. 11 seconds, you could probably get 2 plays off.
Got time for 2.
Still use the middle of the field. You got the timeout. And Stanley back looking to throw, and he's going to throw it out into flat. Here's Dalton Meade with it. And Dalton is cutting down the sideline.
Got to get down, get a timeout.
Got to get a timeout. 0.7 of a second left. And he's going to be stopped at the 27, 28-yard line. So Wildcats will have 1 shot at it.
Just enough time for get a playoff here. Nice job hitting Meade in the flats. Meade needed to think about getting out of bounds there. We'd still had a timeout, maybe potential to get another play in.
Well, the only thing they think about when they get out the flats like that, make this man miss and get to the end zone.
Get to that end zone. Yeah, we got Cameron Warwicks plays basketball at Shelby Valley, and asked him what he liked about football. He said, well, I got to take a lot of shots to score 6 points, and here I can score 6 on 1 pass.
1 pass, yeah.
He's trying to institute a 6-point play for the basketball season. I just told him I didn't know if that was possible.
Well, look, they ought to give a man 6 if he shoots it past the mid-court line, make it, hadn't he?
Hey, I'm all in on that. I've seen it. I hit one of those once, and all I got for it was 2 points.
2 points, that's right. Just think of the players that played when you played and the ones that we've seen come up. If the three-pointer is in, how many points it could have scored?
I'm pretty sure Gerald Osborne, Rodney Rowe. There's a number of them would have set some scoring records, no doubt.
I'm telling you.
But then again, I might not have seen the basketball either. So
that's right.
They might have decided they'd rather shoot it for threes, give it to Greg.
Yeah, don't give it to Greg because you know it's not coming back. Here we go. 7/10 of a second left. Stanley back.
There's
Looking to throw. He's going to the end zone. Here's Warwick's. And he had it, and
he is not going to be happy with that.
No.
It hit him in a bad place.
And he was distracted by the defensive back, but he had a clear shot at it.
Yeah, Lunsford had a head or two on him there.
So we're at the half, 25-7, Shelby Valley over Boyd County. We'll send it back to the station. Be back shortly for the start of the second half. This is Intermountain Sports Network.
When you sign up for Watch TV Everywhere from Intermountain Cable, your favorite shows can go wherever you go. Watch TV here, watch TV there, watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows, clips, or live TV from networks in your Intermountain Cable TV package on any internet-connected device. It's TV for today. Just visit imctv.com to sign up and enjoy this awesome extra service at no extra charge.
John Earl Hunt has over 30 years' experience representing disabled people.
I'm John Earl Hunt, and I've dedicated my legal career to helping people who are unable to help themselves. If you're unable to work because of job shutdown or because of physical or mental problems, please call me or come in and see me so that we can discuss your just legal options. I'll treat you right. I'll do the best I can to help you.
Let's get a head start in spreading some cheer because the holiday season is almost here. Lucky for early folks like you, we get excited for Christmas too. We have great gifts, ideas, and decor. There's so many offers, deals, and more. So visit us often for something great for those of you who just can't wait. Join us for Jolly, Merry, and Glee. Shop together for Christmas with QVC.
I know.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. May God be with you all.
I'm a homicidal maniac. They look just like everyone.
And welcome back to Shelby Valley. We're at the half, about ready for the second half, as Shelby Valley has got the 25-7 lead over Boyd County. Greg's got some stats from the first half.
Yeah, I don't know about the accuracy, but they're pretty close. Defensively for Shelby Valley, they did a good job, minus the first offensive series for Boyd County where they amassed about 65 yards. The biggest play on that was the 40-yard touchdown pass from Lunsford to, I forget his name,
Bryce Biggs.
And we held him to about 25, I'm going to say 33 yards rushing in the half, so it was pretty good. You had Dalton Mead leading the way for Shelby, well, not leading the way, but rushing for 45 yards, I'll get it right here in a second, 56 yards in the half and 2 touchdowns. And, of course, Mr. Johnson's, Seth Johnson rushed for 146 yards in the first half and 2 touchdowns. A pretty good evening for both of those gentlemen.
And Johnson become the all-time leading rusher for Shelby Valley, as here's Shelby Valley having a little problem with the kickoff. Finally, they get on it, cover it up, and they'll have it, looks like, about the 26-yard line to start this second half.
Yeah, it seems like the biggest play tonight for both teams, that kickoff.
I'm telling you, it's the biggest play for the kicking team. It's the worst play for the receiving team.
Yeah, the return has not been there for either.
Of course, we've got a little bit of rain coming down now, and the field's getting a little wet. Football getting a little damp, so we've seen some handling issues for Shelby Valley in the first half. They put it on the ground, I think, 4 times, was able to cover 3 of them. Of course, one of them cost them possibly a touchdown. It was 4th and goal from the 2, and they dropped it. And here's Johnson going off the right side. Looked like he's going to get about 4 yards.
Yeah, nice little run there to get started.
And, Greg, we'd like to wish you a happy birthday.
Yeah,
I heard today that was your special day, and we appreciate you sitting in and helping us tonight, and want to wish you a happy birthday.
Yeah, it was the 27th anniversary of my 27th birthday.
Yeah, well,
good day.
That's a good deal.
I do appreciate that. Yeah, the good Lord's blessed me with 54 good years, and I hope he gives me a few more.
Well, we're right with you. And here is a handoff up the middle, and I think that's Johnson again. No, that's Mead.
Yes,
Mead in the backfield that time, and he's going to get about 3 yards, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
4-yard gain for the Wildcats. That'll be 3rd and 2 from the 28, correction, from the 33-yard line.
Got a good first half in for both these teams. Didn't have no injuries as far as we know. And hope that we can get through this second half the same way, because playoff starts next week. We don't want to see neither one of these teams lose any of their players.
No,
and here's Johnson coming to the left side, and he's going to be tackled for no gain. And Shelby Valley
looks like he lost a yard on that.
Might have to punt this one.
Yeah, I would imagine they would here. You don't want to take a chance giving them that. I don't see the punt team coming out. Looks like Coach Johnson sent in a play with Sam Stanley.
Stanley, of course, you might get to see if you can draw them offside. They had one offside penalty against Boyd County in the first half. Mead's in the backfield, and that's what looks like what's going to happen.
Nice job on the freeze play defensively for the Boyd County Lions. A good defensive stand, a good start for them in the second half.
I always like to see them sometimes, and I probably seen it, but I don't remember if when it was at do that hard count 2 or 3 times, and then the defense, I think, would relax, and then about that 4th time actually snap it. I think you could actually catch them off guard.
Well, I remember UK, and I can't remember if it was during the Tim Couch era or when. It might have been Rich Brooks, now that I think about it. Quarterback came up, gave the hard count like that, stepped out, and everybody thought he was stepping up to call timeout, walked towards the sideline.
Hiked it to the back, to the running back.
There you go.
I remember that one. I've seen that happen on the punting unit.
Yep.
Punter come back and make a signal and then turn and start walking to the sideline like he's hollering at the coach or something. Then they hike it to the up back and
boom,
and there you are.
Try to distract them with the one player and make something happen with the other. I'll tell you, these Shelby Valley cheerleaders, I've watched them at the Prestonsburg game in a major rainstorm. We had a fake. And they had too many players on the field.
Right. What they done was they took the timeout, and then they come back out with their offensive unit. Boyd County was thinking they was going to punt it. They had their kick return team out and try to get players on and off the field, end up with 12 on the field, and that gives Shelby Valley the first down.
Yeah, it's a big break for the Wildcats on that play.
They got to 5 yards without the hard snap.
There you go. And it's a good thing because I believe we fumbled the pitch.
Yeah. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. And straight up the middle, Johnson. And he's got the first down. He's up across the 50 to the 49.
13-yard pickup for Seth Johnson.
Another first down, Wildcats.
That's a nice play they've got going there. They've got a what I'll call a little, I don't know, double fake off that. You got a runner inside and a running back on the outside, and you got to find the ball to see which one of them's got it.
Fake the dive and then to fake the pitch and then hand it off to Johnson.
It's a nice play, yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime you can hand it to Johnson, it's a good play.
It is, and here it is again. Splits the defenders and takes it to the sideline, knocks him out of bounds.
Looks like he picks up 8.
They're going to call him out at the 44, so he's going to pick up 6 on it.
Ball's going to be spotted
44-yard line of Boyd County.
on the Boyd County 44-yard
I got to give it to the Boyd County Lions. Went down last year and watched them play, and they've came a long way in that year's time.
A lot of underclassmen we notice on their roster. If you look at it, it's mostly freshmen and sophomore.
And seeing a lot of quality time. Clay Morgan had nowhere to go.
He's going to lose back to the 45-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd and 5 now.
It'll be 3rd.
I was looking, they only got listed, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seniors is all they've got listed, and they've got probably 40
freshmen.
players at the.
Yeah, they got 40 players on the roster and a host of freshmen and sophomores. That
Right.
looks good for the future. A lot of them on the field right now. One of them just stood up, Big Peyton Blackburn.
And there's Stanley, and pass is incomplete. Good defensive play that time by number 12.
Yeah, excellent play. Defensive back is not a well-thrown ball. Put it up high where the receiver could go get it. If he throws that down, that's picked.
Yes. Tyler Mayo is the defender on that, and he's listed as a linebacker. So that's going to bring up 4th and 5 from Boyd County's 45-yard line. Shelby Valley will go for it.
It's a long 5.
Johnson in the backfield, and we got a flag. I don't know if it was
legal shift.
Yeah, I didn't know if he was going to call the shift. The Boyd County man flinched, but he didn't come into the neutral zone, so that's going to back him up 5, and it's going to be 4th and 10. Put the ball back to the 50-yard line.
Yeah, that's they played a pretty good first half. Had the ball on the ground a couple times, which in wet weather like that's going to happen. But for the most part, penalty free. Not a good start for the Wildcats here in the second half. Got to get fun.
Well, you got that big lead. Sometimes you go in, you're dealing with high school kids, you lose focus.
You do. You do. With any kid, you lose focus.
Right.
Any big lead, you're going to lose focus.
Yes. So they're going to go for it, 4th and 10. Ball at the 50. And here's Stanley back to throw, looking, and he's got a man in the middle of the field and nearly picked again, trying to get Dalton Meade. So Boyd County holds, and they will take over at midfield.
Again, a pretty well thrown ball. The Boyd County DB made a nice break on it. Kind of.
It was actually he was open. The pass was actually a little late.
Yeah,
that gives the defensive man the chance to recover and come. If he'd have threw it a couple steps earlier, I think Meade would have got that one.
Yeah, he slid to his left in the pocket there, and I don't know that he needed to. He had good protection. He had a choice of 2 receivers if he gets it early too, because Warwick's broke open about just before he released it.
So Boyd County will have it come to the line of scrimmage. Their first offensive set here in the second half. Lunsford, and hands off up the middle. And big hole, that's number 36 up the middle, Stevens.
Number 36.
And he's going to get 7.
Yeah, nice run right there for Stevens. And, yeah, they're getting back to what they had success with early in the game.
Right.
Like I said earlier, I thought they got away from that a little too quick. They need to stay with that because that's what they've got to do, keep us off the field offensively and pound us with their big old boys up front.
Well, that first drive, like you said, they drove it 65 or 70 yards, most of it on the ground, and looked like Shelby Valley was in for a fight, and then they went away from it. And here again up the middle and driving toward the first down, going to come up about a yard short. And see who gets up off the bottom of the pile that time. 36 Stevens again.
Yeah. 36 Stevens, and he was met by Jordan Little, I do believe, in the hole there.
Stevens just a sophomore.
Good hard-nosed runner. They've 42 carried the ball. Salyers most of the first half, and I noticed they've got him up in the up back position, and he's just a glorified offensive guard right now, leading them through the hole.
Right. So they're back to the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 1. And again, here's Stevens, and he's pushing the pile forward. Didn't get there. Maybe you're going to lose a yard.
Had a little counter tray action there. They brought both the guard and the tackle across and got a whole bunch of people to the point of attack, did the Wildcats, and had the Billiter in there along with Peyton Blackburn and Christian Lowe. So
the whole front line, or defensive front on that one was in. Of course, a couple of the linebackers also, and Steven goes out, and looks like Barnett, number 2, coming in. Barnett, a freshman. This Boyd County team will be something to reckon with next year.
They've got a good scheme going up front.
The quarterback, he's just a junior. And they're going to set him back 5 as it looks like the tight end on the other end, number 8.
Riley Wheatley. He's going to feel bad about that. And junior Riley Wheatley there, he got a little eager on his down block and went a hair too fast.
So that's going to move it back to the 46 and going to bring up 4th and 6. A lot of difference, 4th and 1, 4th and 6 when you're a running team.
Most definitely.
So they're back to the line of scrimmage. Same formation they've been in the whole game. They'll shift the power from one way. They had another flinch.
They're going to get it back right here. Peyton Blackburn said, hey, we want to look at that 4th and 1 play. We're not interested in 4th and 5.
Well, they call an offside. Number 32 flinched on that one also. Of course, I guess the offside might have made him flinch, so moves it back to 4th and 1.
I think they might have picked up a half a foot on that as well.
You think Pete might have be walking south a little heavier than he walks north?
I think he does. Yeah, he and Peyton Blackburn are talking about it right now. I don't think Peyton will win that conversation.
No.
Good effort, though.
He's not got the right kind of shirt on. And Lunsford's going to go 47, and it depends on the spot. I don't think he's going to make it.
He's going to be short. We're looking at the initial spot there.
Try to tiptoe in there instead of just jamming it in there, and they're going to stop the big quarterback. It's going to be turned over on downs to Shelby Valley.
Has a nice defensive stand right there for the front 5 for the Wildcats.
So both teams' defense has stopped the offense and turned it over on downs.
This has been after the offensive battle in the first half. Now we're down to the defensive battle
in the second half. That's 5:52 left, 3rd quarter, and each team's had one possession, so a lot of time running off the clock.
Yeah, they both went in, made some halftime adjustments, and the defense is showing up and playing a little football right now.
Here's Stanley under center. And he's going to give it Johnson up the middle, and he's twisting and churning out. Looks like he's going to pick up 5 yards.
Yeah, it's a nice little run. I'm thinking there if he stays outside a little bit, he might be going to the end zone there. You got a good lead block there from Clay Morgan. Had Cameron Warwick's driving off the corner. He had a lot of room out here if he stays wide.
Well, he's ran through between the tackles most of his runs here in this second half, but they might be setting up that outside run.
I'd say they're getting ready to hit you with a sweep to the wide side of the field. It's a little unbalanced look offset.
And Stanley giving it to Meade, and he's got some room. Runs over a man, lowers his shoulder, gets what he can out of it, and gets down to the 37-yard line, looks like.
Yeah, nice 25-yard run. Good play on the jet sweep right there.
I like the way Dalton Meade finishes his runs. You don't see him going backwards. He gets down behind his pads, makes the defense punish.
Yeah, he's, again, a good athlete, but he's well-conditioned and not a lot of body fat on that young man.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line of the Boyd County Lions. Nobody's put points on the board here in this second half. It's still 25-7, and here's a little counter up the middle, and that's Morgan with it, and he's going to get a nice run of about 5 yards. Well, they're going to give him 4, looks like.
He gets about a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6.
Again, he's a split second. Went a little early, turned up inside. If he's a little more patient reading the block of Peyton Blackburn there, he might go to the house.
Yes, the Lions defense, they were tracking Meade and Johnson both going out the right side.
A little bit of a three-headed monster when you put those 3 young men together.
Well, I tell you that, and that's a nice trio of running backs. Here's Johnson between the tackles, straight up the middle, still on the move. Inside the 20 to the 19, 18-yard line, they're going to mark him.
Good job.
Johnson showing a little power.
Like a 12-yard run, I believe. Yeah, he's not afraid to drop his shoulder either, it doesn't appear.
Well, you know, he done most of his damage, as you said earlier, on the outside in the first half. This half, he's run between the tackles, and instead of having the 35 and 40-yard gains, you're still getting 7 or 8 good yards right up the middle, and that's what you want to do, just pound that defensive front, wear them down.
Keep their offense off the ball, off the field.
Here's Meade in the backfield. He's straight up the middle, and he's going to be down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line.
About a 6-yard gain.
Wildcats on the move again now, getting 5 and 6 yards out of chunk. Clock ticking down to 3:25 left, third quarter. Shelby Valley with the 25-7 lead.
I believe the defense is wearing down a little bit for the Lions.
And here's Stanley. He's going to keep it. He's now giving it off to Johnson, and Johnson is racing to the end zone corner, but he's going to be knocked out about the 2-yard line, looks like.
Yeah, a little jet action there. I heard Coach Osborne say just before the snap, it's there. That's generally a good sign.
Yes.
On the Boyd County 1-yard
and they're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
1st and goal for the Wildcats.
1st and goal. The last time they had it inside the 5-yard line, they couldn't get it in. They fumbled the snap on 4th and 2. They've not had too many plays inside the 5. Most of them it's been running in from out a little further. And here is straight up the middle. That's Meade with it. And he's in for the touchdown. So Shelby Valley moves their lead out to 24, 31-7 with 2:57 left here in the third quarter.
Dalton's had a pretty good evening. That's his 3rd touchdown on the night.
Number 15, Luke Newsom, out to attempt.
High-speed internet from Gearheart Broadband is fast. Amped up fast. Experience crazy fast internet from Gearheart with reliable downloads up to 500 meg. Now you can surf, stream, game, chill with speed to spare. And Ultra X Meshify Wi-Fi keeps it fast. Here, there, everywhere in your home. Accelerate your internet. Call or click imctv.com and upgrade to one of our crazy fast speeds today.
Hall Funeral Home has provided caring services since 1947, helping families honor the ones they love. With convenient parking and access, our facilities provide an affordable, comfortable place for friends and families, whether you need spacious accommodations or a more intimate setting. Hall Funeral Home's pre-planning services can shield loved ones from making decisions at a stressful time. For pre-planning or at your time of need, trust the caring professionals at Hall Funeral Home in Martin.
Hey there, Gearheart Broadband customer. Want fast internet and Wi-Fi to power all those streaming devices everywhere in your home? You got it. HDTV that fits your family? You got it. Reliable home phone with the security of 911 emergency location? You got it. That's right. With internet, TV, and phone from Gearheart Broadband, you've got it all from one local company that cares. Call or click imctv.com to build your perfect bundle.
We'll try it.
He's managed to push one through.
He's one of three right now.
Good little soccer player for us. He pushes that one through.
And that one's good.
So he's sitting at 50% on the evening on a bad night. So
That's not bad. So with 2:57 in the third quarter, 32-7, Shelby Valley with the lead. We'll take a break and be back for the kickoff. This year Intermountain Sports Network. The other two would have probably been good if it wasn't blocked. Welcome back to Shelby Valley. 32-7, Wildcats with the lead, and here's the kick. And number 20 picks it up and gets drilled.
And Braden
That's
Keithley
Lusby.
came on a dead sprint, and I think he thought he was down initially. I did hear a whistle late. Honestly, I don't believe he was down because he was on his knees when he first touched it, but then he stood up and picked it up. And
he didn't have control of it when he's on his knees.
No, Braden Keithley came through and introduced himself.
Well, I think Lusby, that's one that picked it up, number 20. I I believe he thought he was down himself. He wasn't protecting himself.
Could have ended ugly.
Always told me when you're on that field, head on a swivel.
Yeah, better. You better. I got introduced to an ear hole early in life. A gentleman from Paintsville, Kentucky.
Looking out the ear hole, that's exactly right.
I was breathing through it, actually. I was in about 4 inches of water drowning.
Here's Lunsford, and he's going to pitch it into the backfield and stop for a loss. That's number 2, Nicholas Barnett with the carry, and he's
Jordan
going to
Little on the tackle.
Going to be tackled back at the 34-yard line and lose 2, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 12.
I believe Boyd County has a size advantage in terms of overall size, but I believe we've got Shelby Valley Wildcats got them in the speed area.
A little quickness and speed, yep.
Getting multiple people to the football, and that's a good defenses. That's what you got to do.
Most of those offensive and defensive linemen just freshmen and sophomore, and Shelby Valley's got a lot more experience up front. That's got a lot to do with it also.
Yeah, it makes a difference. These boys have been in some big ball games.
Boyd County back to the line of scrimmage. Lunsford in the pistol formation, one back in the backfield. He has it, looking to throw, and he's going to throw it across the middle, and he's going for the big tight end, Bryce Biggs, and couldn't connect with him. Don't know if the back running in front of him tipped it or not. I know he lunged for it, but
it looked like Jordan Little might have got a hand on it.
Might have.
That time Mikey Mullins had his eyes right where he needed him. He tracked that tight end all the way across formation. Boyd County did have another receiver pop open, though, coming back towards the Shelby Valley sideline. I looked for him. I'm sure somebody up top saw that as well, and you might see that play come back here in a little bit.
Clock stopped, 1:57 left, third quarter. It's going to be 3rd and 12. Ball at the 34-yard line of Boyd County. Lunsford rolling out to his left. Now he's looking to throw back, and read well by Shelby Valley.
Yeah, nice job of Billiter there, making a good play. Oh, we've got something going on over here. Number 8 took exception to Mullins taking him on the block there. Looked like Mullins had his hands up in surrender mode, and Boyd County's number 8 didn't seem to care with that. Flags everywhere.
Laundry all over the field.
And it's dirty.
It is.
It's Noah Mullins there.
The ball is going to be back at the 28-yard line if the play stands.
Yeah, it's
So here comes the call. See what we got. Dead ball, personal foul, Shelby Valley. Offsetting, so the play stand.
Yeah, they're going to call offsetting penalty there. Sounds like the Shelby Valley coaching staff's a little bit upset with the call, but
that's going to bring up 4th and about looks like 17 or 18. So Boyd County will have to punt it.
Yeah, again, nice play on the screen there. Billiter read it, slid off his block and made a nice tackle.
So the Lions will be back to punt. Shelby Valley again with nobody back. Boyd County getting a couple out on the field late. Now Shelby Valley brings one out.
You got a timeout on the field, I believe, by Boyd County.
Yes, Boyd County, they was a little disorganized trying to get the players out on the field. So we'll take a break and be back. 32-7, Shelby Valley. When we return, Boyd County will be punting to the Wildcats. This is your Intermountain Sports Network.
Hot new titles available on demand.
Han Solo.
If you come with us, you're in this life for good.
Well, what do you know?
A cruise? Oh no, Blobby's gonna puke.
Watch this.
Oh, also, we have to save the world. That's major.
Order on demand.
It's officially fall, and with falling temperatures, Appalachian Wireless is bringing big savings to all customers who get new phones. All month long, get free activation on any new or renewal of postpaid service with Appalachian Wireless. That's up to a $30 savings on every line. So, if you've been waiting to switch to the region's best network, now is the time. Just another reason we say better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless, an East Kentucky network company. Certain restrictions may apply. See store for complete details.
High-speed internet from Gearheart Broadband is fast. Amped up fast. Experience crazy fast internet from Gearheart with reliable downloads up to 500 meg. Now you can surf, stream, game, chill with speed to spare. And Ultra X Meshify Wi-Fi keeps it fast. Here, there, everywhere in your home. Accelerate your internet. Call or click imctv.com and upgrade to one of our crazy fast speeds today.
Welcome back to Shelby Valley. 32-7, Wildcats over Boyd County lines. 1:43 left, third quarter. Boyd County punting the football. And this time Shelby Valley's got a couple back. That's Johnson, and he's going to take it at about the 38-yard line, trying to get around the corner on the right side, and
Number 5, Seth Johnson on the return.
he's going to be knocked out of bounds. Where are they going to mark him, Greg?
Looks
like
at
the 47.
Yeah, 47, 48.
Ball's going to be spotted.
Yep, 48, you're right.
Glad to see the return there. Picked up a couple of good blocks.
Good job that time by the good job by Boyd County keep the one player on that side keeping his line, because if he had been sucked into the numbers, that would have been
Had been
history.
all over. Yeah, they did a good job running their lanes. There's no doubt about that.
So Shelby Valley will have it on their own 48-yard line, 1st and 10. And straight up the middle, and now he's kicking it to the outside, and he's going to break free, and he's going to go 52-yard touchdown run. And that is Dalton Meade. That's 4 for him tonight, right?
Yeah, he's having a pretty good night.
He's having a nice night. And he's making a strong effort for that Intermountain Sports. Attorney John Earl Hunt, player of the game.
Right now you're looking at him and Seth Johnson. I'd be hard-pressed to not give it to both of them at this point in time. But
right.
Yeah, Dalton.
One got one football, though.
Oh, well, Dalton plays both sides, so I'd have to lean that way.
John, he has to win another case or two to get 2 footballs a game.
I might have one for him.
And the kick is up, and it's good, and we got a flag come flying in.
Yeah, I believe that Boyd County player tried to jump over the long snapper, and that's illegal.
Yes.
They'll apply that to
That'll go to the kickoff. So with 1:20 left here in the third quarter, 39-7, Shelby Valley with the lead. We'll send it back to the stations and be back shortly. This is your Intermountain Sports Network.
When you sign up for Watch TV Everywhere from Intermountain Cable, your favorite shows can go wherever you go. Watch TV here, watch TV there, watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows, clips, or live TV from networks in your Intermountain Cable TV package on any internet-connected device. It's TV for today. Just visit imctv.com to sign up and enjoy this awesome extra service at no extra charge.
John Earl Hunt has over 30 years' experience representing disabled people.
I'm John Earl Hunt, and I've dedicated my legal career to helping people who are unable to help themselves. If you're unable to work because your job shut down or because of physical or mental problems, please call me or come in and see me so that we can discuss your just legal options. I'll treat you right. I'll do the best I can to help you.
Let's get a head start in spreading some cheer because the holiday season is almost here. Lucky for early folks like you, we get excited for Christmas too. We have great gifts, ideas, and decor. There's so many offers, deals, and more. So visit us often for something great for those of you who just can't wait. Join us for Jolly, Merry, and Glee. Shop together for Christmas with QVC.
Welcome back to Shelby Valley, 39-7. Shelby Valley with the lead, and here's the kick, a little pooch kick. And Boyd County, well, it's got a pile up. I think they end up with it.
There's old Braden Keithley back in the mix there again, getting down with first blue jersey on the ball. But that time the Boyd County Lions were able to handle the kickoff. It was a little pooch kick, and I think the tee went farther than the ball. So.
Well, I was getting ready to say, I think Luke was trying to distract him because he kicked the tee as far as the football, so trying to get him distracted with the tee and get the football, but Boyd County was able to get on it at their own 25-yard line.
I know he had me confused.
They had the 15-yard penalty marked off on the personal foul on the extra point, so they was kicking it off on Boyd County's end of the field. 39-7.
Another timeout, Boyd County.
And Boyd County's going to have to use another timeout.
It's going to leave them with 1.5.
We just got through taking one. We'll stay right here and let everyone know that tonight's game is brought to you by Hall Funeral Home, Coalfields Telephone, Overhead Door of Eastern Kentucky, Appalachian Wireless, Intermountain Cable, Microtech Internet and Security, and attorney John Earl Hunt. And as me and Greg was speaking a little earlier, speaking of attorney John Earl Hunt, the Intermountain Sports attorney John Earl Hunt, player of the game, we've picked is going to be Mr. Dalton Meade.
Yeah, junior Dalton Meade.
Four
touchdowns.
What is his stats?
I'll get the final. I don't have it all tallied up right now. I'll just say this: impressive.
Impressive. You're right on both sides of the football. He's had several tackles, and he's crossed the goal line 4 times. So a big night tonight. As far as scoring for Dalton Meade, Seth Johnson might have him outgained a little bit, but
Dalton's done everything to catch up that he can. He's had a run of in this half alone, run of 52, couple of runs over 25. So yeah, he's pushing Seth for the yardage record there as well.
Both runners right around 150 yards. Of course, I think Johnson, you said, had 147, somewhere in that range in the first half.
Yeah.
And here's a big run on the left side as number 42, Salyer, with the big run.
He's had a nice game himself. He's obviously he's the truck for the Boyd County Lions.
He's not had the carries he had in the first half. I don't know if they're just trying to work some other players in, saving him for next week or what, but he is a hoss.
He is a hoss cat, I know that. And again, Boyd County's got a lot of youth, so I'd say they're going to work as many of those young players in as they can. 42 Salyers is a senior.
It's 2nd and 3, and here's the handoff. Up the middle, Salyers again, and he's going to have the first down easily as he gets out to the 39-yard line. Clock was stopped to move the chains. 31 seconds left here in this third quarter. They'll have to get one more play off before the end of the quarter. High school play clock starts at 25 seconds.
Yeah, I like the addition of the play clock. Makes it a little easier.
Do you ever think we'll see it in high school basketball?
I don't think you will. It takes it takes it away from some of those younger teams or some of those other teams that might not be as good.
And we've got flags flying in from everywhere. It looked like I had a late hit again. And
yeah, Billiter had a double team, got driven about 6 yards off the ball, got laid on his back, kept his cool, was laying there, and the Boyd County line decided he didn't like Billiter.
Well, this is the thing about Logan Billiter. He don't do a lot of trash talking. He just lets his play stand
Just
for us.
plays the game. There you go. He's a very good kid. He's one of our early college kids here at Shelby Valley.
And they're going to call it offsetting fouls again.
I don't see that, but I'm looking at the score. Let's keep that clock rolling. And
that's it. Get out of here. They had a 2-yard gain on the play. Ball was going to be put at the 41-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 8. 1.5 seconds is all that's left. Clock stopped. That should run off when they crank it, so that'll be the last play of this third quarter.
It's getting a little chippy out there, and there's one thing a coach doesn't want. He doesn't want his players hurt, but the other thing he doesn't want to get them tossed out of a ball game and be suspended for that first round game.
Exactly. And that's going to be it for the third quarter. 39-7, Shelby Valley with the lead. We send it back to the station, return for fourth quarter action. This is your Intermountain Sports Network.
High-speed internet from Gearheart Broadband is fast. Amped up fast. Experience crazy fast internet from Gearheart with reliable downloads up to 500 meg. Now you can surf, stream, game, chill with speed to spare. And Ultra X Meshify Wi-Fi keeps it fast. Here, there, everywhere in your home. Accelerate your internet. Call or click imctv.com and upgrade to one of our crazy fast speeds today.
Hall Funeral Home has provided caring services since 1947, helping families honor the ones they love. With convenient parking and access, our facilities provide an affordable, comfortable place for friends and families, whether you need spacious accommodations or a more intimate setting. Hall Funeral Home's pre-planning services can shield loved ones from making decisions at a stressful time. For pre-planning or at your time of need, trust the caring professionals at Hall Funeral Home in Martin.
Hey there, Gearheart Broadband customer. Want fast internet and Wi-Fi to power all those streaming devices everywhere in your home? You got it. HDTV that fits your family? You got it. Reliable home phone with the security of 911 emergency location? You got it. That's right. With internet, TV, and phone from Gearheart Broadband, you've got it all from one local company that cares. Call or click imctv.com to build your perfect bundle.
We're back at Shelby Valley, ready for fourth quarter action, and we had a quick snap that time, or a direct snap, I guess you could say, Greg, as it was snapped straight to the running back.
Yeah, I kind of lost the ball there myself.
That was number 36, Stevens. He was lined up like in the slot.
While it was a nice play, it didn't work.
It didn't work. Got 2 yards. That's about it.
I know there's some youngsters on the field right now for Shelby Valley. I see little Johnson boy out there playing a little bit now. Junior, you got Junior Braden Keithley out there. So got a little youth up front, but yet they weren't fooled by that direct snap.
Sign of a good coach team. That's going to bring up 3rd and 6 for Boyd County. They break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage. Lunsford in the shotgun. He takes it, looking to throw. He's got 3 receivers out. A nice catch, and it's going to be close to the first down. It's going to come up about a yard short. That's Stevens with it.
Clay Morgan did a nice job coming up, making a solid fundamental tackle, stopped him in his tracks, kept him a yard short.
And that was a good catch by Stevens, because just as soon as he turned his head around, the ball was right on top of him. Lunsford threw that one before he come out of his break, but Valley's defense was able to hold him for only a 5-yard gain. It's going to bring up 4th and 1. See who they put in the backfield this time. Looks like they got the big man Salyer back there, and it won't matter because Shelby Valley jumps across, and 5-yard penalty. Be a first down, Boyd County. That's going to move the ball to the 46-yard line of Shelby Valley.
Yeah, that hurts. That breaks the defensive coordinator's heart. You play so well defensively and then just lose your focus.
That was Ronnie Bowling, and he'll get to come over and stand by the coach for a little while now.
Yeah, Ronnie, senior bowling. He's not going to be happy. To tell you a little story about 2 weeks ago. He's copperhead bit on the thumb.
Oh.
So he's done well to get back to playing.
I'd say he has. And here, handoff to the big guy, Salyer. And
there's Dalton Meade climbing up off the bottom of that, along with Jordan Little.
Looked like he had some room, and he tried to cut it back to the left and run right into Dalton Meade. Might have been better served to keep going to the right on that one.
Yeah, that was again a nice fundamental tackle. I know Shelby Valley coaching staff preaches tackling. They spent a lot of money back last summer, brought some experts in, and it's shown. It's made a difference with this team.
So it's going to bring up 2nd and 9, and here's the handoff on a little misdirection play. I think that was number 36, Stevens, carrying the football. Number 32.
Number 32, and I saw Jordan Little in there making contact, wrapping up.
32 is Jacob Kelly carrying the football. He's going to pick up, looks like 3 yards. It's going to be at the 42-yard line. 3rd and 6. Clock ticking away, 8.5 minutes left here in the ball game. This one has been decided as far as who's going to put the W in the column. It's just the final score now, 39-7, Shelby Valley with the lead. And
Jordan Little again.
Kelly loses yardage on this one as he tries to come around the left side, and we're going to mark him no gain.
That Jordan Little with the first hit wrapped him up, and Lincoln Billiter, freshman defensive end, came in and finished him off.
Lincoln Billiter and number 24.
Going to have 4th and long. Yeah, the Wild.
Go ahead, Greg.
I'm sorry. I've decided it's been a pretty well played second half after the first little bit of sputher there.
You're right. The low scored second half, though. Shelby Valley's put 2 scores in, and Boyd County, of course, after their first drive, not been able to. And here, Lunsford running for his life, and he just throws it up. Intercepted.
Oh, intercepted by Clay Morgan, but
did he get in?
He was in bounds, but I think the coach would rather he be out of bounds or drop it.
Well, that's true. That was on 4th down, so.
Got a flag back here at about the 48-yard line, probably roughing the passer.
And if that it is, that's going to be an automatic 1st down.
He's talking to the line judge, though, so could be a hold. I see it's going to be a roughing because I believe that's the quarterback laying on his back over there on the Boyd County line, on the sideline.
Yep.
The passer on the Wildcats.
Yep, he is. I didn't see him, the player laying over there, but they are one on the sideline.
Yeah, my eyes tracked the ball. I lost sight of everything else after that.
Right. So that's going to be a automatic 1st down, 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. And we're going to have a timeout what time they attend to the injured players. So with that, we'll take one ourselves. 7:38 left in the football game, 39-7. Shelby Valley with the lead. And when we return, Boyd County will have it 1st and 10 from the Shelby Valley 28. This is Intermountain Sports Network.
High-speed internet from Gearheart Broadband is fast. Amped up fast. Experience crazy fast internet from Gearheart with reliable downloads up to 500 meg. Now you can surf, stream, game, chill with speed to spare. And Ultra X Meshify Wi-Fi keeps it fast. Here, there, everywhere in your home. Accelerate your internet. Call or click imctv.com and upgrade to one of our crazy fast speeds today.
Hall Funeral Home has provided caring services since 1947, helping families honor the ones they love. With convenient parking and access, our facilities provide an affordable, comfortable place for friends and family.
Want fast internet and Wi-Fi to power all those streaming devices everywhere in your home? You got it. HDTV that fits your family? You got it. Reliable home phone with the security of 911 emergency location? You got it. That's right. With internet, TV, and phone from Gearheart Broadband, you've got it all from one local company that cares. Call or click imctv.com to build your perfect bundle.
And we're back at Shelby Valley. 7:38 left here in the ball game. 39-7. Shelby Valley with the lead. Boyd County has it. And here's a handoff to Sayers up the middle. And he's just moving the pile, pushing it on down to the 20-yard line. He's going to pick up about 8 yards.
That looked like a good rugby scrum right there.
It's about an 8-yard run.
And we'll get the number of who the quarterback is now. Let's see.
Looking to see.
Shelby Valley 21-yard line.
Lunsford was the injured player in that last.
I know he got up and was walking around, but they put him back in the ball game, boys. Yeah. I've got 84, the big tight end playing.
They got the big tight end playing now. And he fumbles the snap, but he's got a good bounce as, well, he didn't pick it up. That was the running back, number 12.
Number 32, actually.
Was it 32?
32.
Okay, 32.
Braden Keithley came through there and made a nice tackle.
32 is, I think that's Jacob, isn't it?
I believe so.
Jacob Kelly.
There you go.
For the Lions.
So it's going to lose 2 yards back to the 30-yard line.
The tight end made a nice catch early in the game, but he struggled on the kickoff.
He was catching that snap the same way he's catching those kickoffs to start with, wasn't he? And here's again, he's going to go back to throw. And it looks like Jared Lorenzen, he's turning it loose up the field now, and he's going to get down to the 21-yard line.
He picked up about 10 out of what he lost. He got back 10 of what he lost.
And he's going to come up limping a little bit.
Ball's going to be spotted back on.
That's pretty good. You got a 6'6" gentleman there that can.
For the Lions.
And he's going over to the coach to get to play, I suppose. I thought he was going out, but got a little hitch in to get along, but he's coming right back out into the huddle.
The get along is getting along. 5:30 in the game.
4th and 3.
Big play here for the Boyd County Lions. Imagine number 42 will touch the ball.
And again, the fumble with the snap, picks it up,
nice ball.
Flips it up in the air, and intercepted. That is Dalton Meade.
And
he's loose.
He's going.
He's got one to beat.
He's not going. There's a flag on the field, though.
Got a flag back, you're right, and he's still on the move. He's finally tackled down about the 21-yard line, but let's see what we got on the flag. Meade picked it off about 2 yards back in the end zone.
We got bodies everywhere. There's
People coming up off the
flag on the 13. Oh,
bodies laying on both sides, as Greg said. People being over trying to catch their breath on that long run. It's been a long night, hasn't it?
Been a long night. That was exciting, but I'd still rather just seen the DB knock it down. Let's take the ball right there at about the 15-yard line and see what we can do with it.
Same thing on the other pick.
Yep.
They picked it down on the 22, and it was on 4th down. Let's see what we got. That could be a hold or a block in the back after an interception, and the Wildcats will keep the football. Block in the back.
Yep.
So it will be Shelby Valley football, but they're going to move it back to their own 6-yard line instead of Boyd County's 21.
Yeah, a little bit of a change in field position there.
So 5:07 left here in the football game.
At the Shelby Valley 7-yard line.
Got an official timeout.
On the field.
And
I think Boyd County had an injured player they were getting off the field. And
I think it was number 84, Biggs, the tight end / quarterback.
I know there was a couple of Boyd County Lions on the sideline there. It seemed I think they may have taken a good shot. They were both laying on their backs for an extended period of time.
So Shelby Valley will have it. And here's a handoff coming around the corner. Johnson, and he's looking for a block. He cuts it back inside and gets knocked down out about the 34-yard line. Pickup of 28 yards.
Nice run there. Little jet sweep action. Fans are getting excited again.
So that'll keep the clock running. We're under 5 minutes. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line for the Shelby Valley Wildcats. And they'll be right back here next week. You say Pineville?
You and I were thinking the same. We play Middlesboro.
Middlesboro. Okay, that's right, Middlesboro. And here,
Clay Morgan.
Morgan taking it down the left side, and he's got one to beat. Cuts it back inside.
Nice
He's going.
cut.
20, 10, 5, touchdown, Clay Morgan.
66-yard touchdown for Mr. Morgan.
And that will move the lead out to 45-7, and we will have the running clock for the final 4:26 now.
Number 15, Luke Newsom on for the extra point for the Wildcats.
So Newsom will try the extra point.
That's a nice memory for a senior there, Clay Morgan. He's worked hard the last 4 years, overcame 2 broken bones in his hand when he was playing quarterback for us as a sophomore.
And here's the kick, and hits the crossbar, no good. Come up about a half a yard short.
Little short on that.
So with 4:26 left in the football game, 45-7, Shelby Valley with the lead. We'll take a break and be back for the kickoff. This is Intermountain Sports Network.
Hot new titles available on demand.
On Solo.
If you come with us, you're in this life for good.
Well, what do you know?
A cruise? Oh no, Blobby's gonna puke.
Watch this.
Oh, also, we have to save the world. That's major.
Order on demand.
It's officially fall, and with falling temperatures, Appalachian Wireless is bringing big savings to all customers who get new phones. All month long, get free activation on any new or renewal of postpaid service with Appalachian Wireless. That's up to a $30 savings on every line. So, if you've been waiting to switch to the region's best network, now is the time. Just another reason we say better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless, an East Kentucky network company. Certain restrictions may apply. See store for complete details.
High-speed internet from Gearheart Broadband is fast. Amped up fast. Experience crazy fast internet from Gearheart with reliable downloads up to 500 meg. Now you can surf, stream, game, chill with speed to spare. And Ultra X Meshify Wi-Fi keeps it fast. Here, there, everywhere in your home. Accelerate your internet. Call or click imctv.com and upgrade to one of our crazy fast speeds today.
And we're back as Shelby Valley kicks the football off. And nice kick on the sideline. And, well, had to dive on it to keep it from being picked up by the Shelby Valley. Greg, that was great. Died right on the sideline.
Yeah, he was hoping the ball was going to bounce outside, but Luke Newsom did a nice job on the kickoff, and that ball just stuck like a nice chip shot onto the green.
Looked like a nice chip shot. You're right. As we have a running clock now, clock 3:45 and moving. Boyd County will have it 1st and 10 from their own 16-yard line. They trail 45-7. And
see a number of young jerseys out there is Rod Caseboat hitting the field, 11th grader. He joins a host of others, number 79, Jagger Bickford, 10th grader. You got Trevor Thompson, sophomore. I take that back, Trev's a junior.
Boyd County at the line of scrimmage. And Diggs still in at, or Biggs it is, still in at the quarterback position. They hand that off to Salyer, and he's going to get about 11 yards.
Yeah, that nice run.
It's going to bring up 1st and 10, ball out at the 27-yard line of Boyd County. Boyd County back to the line of scrimmage. Bryce Biggs in at the quarterback position. Lunsford was hurt, and again snapped high, and he just has to go down and cover the football, and he's going to lose back to about the 18-yard line.
Yeah, that's another bad break for Boyd County.
Having some problems with that snap. Of course, He's a tight end coming in and has been forced to go into the quarterback position as Lunsford was hurt, and he's out of the game right now. So that's going to bring up 3rd and about 18. Clock moving with 1:45 left in the ball game. Shelby Valley is going to improve their record to 9-1 on the season. Boyd County will fall to 2-8. Shelby Valley will be at home throughout the playoffs as long as they win. They're the #1 team in the district, and here's a handoff to Salyers again, and he's going to bring it out to the 23-yard line.
Yeah, Salyers' fourth quarter and the last little bit of the third quarter has been the workhorse for Boyd County. Of course, he opened up as the workhorse.
You're right. He's the senior in the backfield. Clock down to 1 minute left in this ball game.
Well, I know next week you'll be back with Charlie Pence, and I just take a second and say thank you for having me. I appreciate that. I enjoy this stuff.
Well, we appreciate you sitting in for us, and basketball season coming up. Sometimes we'll be split up, have crews 2 different places. We might holler at you to help us on the basketball.
Yeah, give me a call. Don't know much about basketball, but I enjoy watching
right.
it.
I know when you get to call with Keith and Todd, you don't get to say much anyway. We'll let you talk a little more.
It's about like shooting.
Here's
nice
a long pass, and overthrows his intended receiver. That's number 5, Josh Thornton. Thornton, a freshman.
Had good speed, just got tripped up a little bit. Again, nice ball.
And that's going to be the last play of the game as the clock ticks down under 10 seconds. Again, the Intermountain Sports Attorney John Earl Hunt player of the game is Dalton Meade. So we'll send it back to the station. Be back shortly for some final stats and comments. It's your Intermountain Sports Network.
When you sign up for Watch TV Everywhere from Intermountain Cable, your favorite shows can go wherever you go. Watch TV here, watch TV there, watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows, clips, or live TV from networks in your Intermountain Cable TV package on any internet-connected device. It's TV for today. Just visit imctv.com to sign up and enjoy this awesome extra service at no extra charge.
John Earl Hunt has over 30 years' experience representing disabled people.
I'm John Earl Hunt, and I've dedicated my legal career to helping people who are unable to help themselves. If you're unable to work because of job shutdown or because of physical or mental problems, please call me or come in and see me so that we can discuss your just legal options. I'll treat you right. I'll do the best I can to help you.
Let's get a head start in spreading some cheer because the holiday season is almost here. Lucky for early folks like you, we get excited for Christmas too. We have great gifts, ideas, and decor. There's so many offers, deals, and more. So visit us often for something great for those of you who just can't wait. Join us for Jolly, Merry, and Glee. Shop together for Christmas with QVC.
And welcome back to Shelby Valley. It's the final 45-7. Shelby Valley over Boyd County. And Shelby Valley will improve their record 9-1 on the season. They finished the regular season here tonight. Boyd County falls to 2-8. And Greg's got some final stats for us.
Yeah, they're going to give you Mr. Dalton Meade stats for the night. As you said, player of the game. He had 11 carries, 147 yards rushing, 3 receptions for 40 yards, 4 touchdowns, an interception, double-figure tackles. Pretty good night for Mr. Dalton Meade, Junior Dalton Meade.
Yes, he was. Had a big night tonight. And also Seth Johnson had a big night. He was up probably close to 200 yards rushing himself. But Dalton Meade, the Intermountain Sports Attorney John Earl Hunt, player of the game. So that's going to wrap it up here for us tonight. So, Greg, appreciate you again for sitting in for Charlie and Wayne on camera. This is Larry Cecil saying so long and good night. And again, the final score, 45-7, Shelby Valley over Boyd County. This is your Intermountain Sports Network.
High-speed internet from Gearheart Broadband is fast. Amped up fast. Experience crazy fast internet from Gearheart with reliable downloads up to 500 meg. Now you can surf, stream, game, chill with speed to spare. And Ultra X Meshify Wi-Fi keeps it fast. Here, there, everywhere in your home. Accelerate your internet. Call or click imctv.com and upgrade to one of our crazy fast speeds today.
Hall Funeral Home has provided caring services since 1947, helping families honor the ones they love. With convenient parking and access, our facilities provide an affordable, comfortable place for friends and families, whether you need spacious accommodations or a more intimate setting. Hall Funeral Home's pre-planning services can shield loved ones from making decisions at a stressful time. For pre-planning or at your time of need, trust the caring professionals at Hall Funeral Home in Martin.
Hey there, Gearheart Broadband customer. Want fast internet and Wi-Fi to power all those streaming devices everywhere in your home? You got it. HDTV that fits your family? You got it. Reliable home phone with the security of 911 emergency location? You got it. That's right. With internet, TV, and phone from Gearheart Broadband, you've got it all from one local company that cares. Call or click imctv.com to build your perfect bundle.